Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy for Nerds by Nerds. I'm Nerdarchist Ryan, and today I'm joined by my victims, or I should say, my players. I'm live from my girlfriend's bed and terrorized. First, Shane, who are you playing?
I am playing Shinzo Openpaw, a neutral good shifter monk with the hermit background.
All right, cool. And next we have Tom. Tom, who do you have for us to terrorize?
Yes, I have Keshmael Serenity. He's an abyssal tiefling, Way of the Four Elements monk.
All right, very good. And next we have Josh with, I believe, a good Sir Dwarf, but you can tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I'll be playing Ozymandias. He's a fighter, mountain dwarf, and he's here to save some people and not die.
There we go. Yeah, that is good. So we have some viewers, and thank you all for showing up. I would figure as a noble that you'd probably rely on the monks to be sort of stealthy, good backup and bodyguards. They're unarmed, but they're always armed, so that's a good thing. But you guys are also part of the company of the Nag. So you're actually on your way to the kingdom of Drellic, where basically you've accomplished some great deeds, and the emperor there is willing to reward you. And so as you're on your way to claim your prize in Drellic, you're passing by the side of a smaller town by the name of, finding my notes, and that would be Amvar. So you're passing through on your way to Amvar when you have rushing towards you someone on a mount, this young sort of scout sort of figure. Sirs, it's it looks like he's been riding like a madman. It's on the horizon, terror, destruction, death comes for us, death comes for us all. He's like sweating profusely and looks very worse for the wear.
I say, calm down. What's going on?
We thought it was a new mountain formation or something, but it comes this way. It comes for us. It comes for us all. The thing of legend, the thing of death.
A mountain formation comes for us?
It's what they said in the watchtower. So you know that the town of Amvar, like, it doesn't have much fortifications. It's essentially a few like guard towers, maybe wooden palisades. It's not really going to withstand much of a siege. So there's that information, and that's about as much as he knows. That it's just a thing of terror and horror.
So Shinzo's just sitting there.
I see.
Like, is that so? Just sort of calmly, like looking around for a mountain.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, he's indicating a direction, and like off to the horizon, you can kind of see something that looks like these, like a hill or something, but it has like the occasional like sharp jags to it. But the only thing is, as you stare at it, it is making marked progress in the direction, like kind of paralleling where you're heading.
As a mountain dwarf, I go, that's no mountain.
Well, good Sir Dwarf, perhaps it's in our duty to investigate this further. Shall we go closer?
I agree.
I think so.
Yeah. So anybody want to drop me a perception check?
Okay.
Feel free.
Yeah.
How do we add modifiers on? Can we add modifiers on the app?
You can't add it on the dice stream now.
Okay. Well, that's going to be 11. So
Mine doesn't show.
Mine is plus 6. 10 plus 6, so
16.
16. Yeah.
Okay. And Shane?
I'm not feeling very perceptive.
So the 16 barely hears it. Like, you hear this rumble. As a dwarf, like, it almost vaguely has a hint of an avalanche off to the distance. But you're not 100%. Like, it's like hearing item very far away, or not from very far away, but like a few miles maybe.
Is it something that we would feel through the ground or here in the air, or he would?
So you would probably hear the sound travel before you would sort of notice any tremors at the current distance you are from this apparent threat.
Okay, I'm sorry. I meant to be asking Josh, but yes, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep.
Well, no, that's just I didn't want to metagame since I assume I did not make the check.
That is a better description than I could give. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I'll turn to the man on the mount and say, lead us to this horror. We'll see what we can do.
All right, I'll try my best. So we'll head in the direction of wherever I heard it.
Yeah, so he's shaky and looks like he's been riding with it. So I will get you close, but I will not be getting that close to whatever this is. This is the thing that should not be. This is the thing that just ravages everything before its path. This is the thing with my childhood stories.
What's the landscape like? Is there any place where I could get like a higher point to like see what's going on around us, or like any high trees?
So it's like rain, and there's like a mountain ridge off to the side. The reason this thing didn't get noticed into view like from days ago because of the hillocky terrain. So yeah, that's it. It's there. There's not very many high trees in the area.
Okay. I really wanted to run up a tree.
So he you know, at a pretty good stride, he leads you on toward it. You guys, well, if you wanted to have horses, you could have horses. So it's on you how you would typically travel.
I like to run.
Yeah, I'm a runner.
Yeah, you guys keep to your feet. So I mean, the monks have no problem keeping up. Actually, the dwarf, he does offer for you to take the saddle with him.
Yeah, I hop on. I run for about 15 feet, and then I realize running's not for me, and I just sling up on and take him up on his offer.
Thank you.
Getting a stitch in your side. We're dangerous at short distances.
I shouldn't have had steak before this.
Okay, so he takes you on for a little bit, and you see something. You see this thing from about a good mile off. It's about 50 feet high, and you can the ground does slightly tremble from a mile off with its pace. It moves pretty quick for its size too, which is just terrifying. And then you hear the occasional roars split the sky, but there's also like almost this like thrumming, like a rhythmic cadence, like a drumming, and a like the shaking of like just like a bone rattle almost, it sounds like. Since even beyond it, you can hear just very faintly.
Is there a way we can we see what direction it's heading? Is it heading towards this village of Ardmar?
Anvir, yeah, it is. The trajectory is it's pretty amazing actually, and it will cross directly through.
Okay.
I'm going to turn to the rider and ask, do the people of Anvir know that this is coming?
We do, they do, but there is very little we can do but abandon everything and try to flee from this as quickly as possible. People are making provisions to do such right now.
Yes, that would probably be your best course of action. I'll turn to Shane and Joshua, and I'm sorry, I didn't write down your character names. And just ask whether whether you think we should try and scout around behind it because we hear something coming from beyond the threat. Perhaps we could kill two birds with one stone by sneaking up behind and identifying any threats that might be following.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good course of action as long as, you know, Shinzo's actually more concerned about people getting out of the village and actually confronting this thing head on. So he's definitely going to be asking about, like, are there people lagging behind? I'd like to help them. If...
Yeah, Ozymandias also wants to know about like local people.
Right.
Are there any other cities besides Anvar that could be threatened by this, or is it just it?
So Anvir is the it's on the outskirts of the Drelok kingdom. It's so Drelok, which you were heading to claim what prizes you may, was about 11 days out, and there are dotting other villages and towns leading toward it, so that's a distinct possibility. And he does tell you that they've dispatched some riders to warn the other outlying communities about it, and they think that within the hour they could largely be on their way to getting out of this beast ravaging way.
Okay, then I'm all for it.
But
yeah,
I'm down.
Okay, circumnavigate to see what the threat is beyond the thing is kind of the idea I'm getting, right?
Yes.
Right.
Can we see any perceptible? Is there a way we could tell how this thing perceives? Does it see, smell, hear? You know, is it looking forward? Does it have eyes all around? You know, just so we can, as we're circumnavigating, we can try to do so without attracting its attention.
Yeah, so it's hard to tell, like, so you get, it depends how close, as you're circumnavigating, you want to be able to see sort of details. Like, you can tell that it's bipedal, just like a gargantuan hulking thing. It looks like it has a tail. It walks on two legs, but every once in a while it goes to all fours. It moves. Disturbing of how quick and predatorial this thing is for its bulk. It's 50 feet tall, spiky protrusions and sort of plating. Looks almost 60-ish feet long, and you can tell that like it has maybe it looks like it has two eyes just that are kind of to the side, like almost like a reptilian creature. You can kind of infer that as you get a little bit closer.
Okay, all right.
And as you get close enough to decipher those details, like the quaking beneath your feet, like little rocks and stuff just like quiver, and you can feel the ground tremble, and just this massive roar every once in a while splits the sky, and you can just hear the snuffling of it. And the sort of procession that's going behind it, you can kind of get that in the view, and it's 3 humanoid figures that are all burly and large, sort of you know, beating drums and like shaking bone rattles. They've big axes strapped across their back and just quivers of spears that you can see. So you can't get too much details from it, but you can kind of see the silhouette of those things.
Okay.
I mean,
does it appear that they're driving this thing, or does it look like this thing is on its own course of action?
Relevant, like a nature check or something related to that to kind of infer that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's not going to be good. Yeah, 6. Don't worry, guys. I know exactly what this is and why it's going that direction.
It's just migrating. It's a migrating mountain.
You totally think that this is just this creature's ecology and breeding habits?
Breeding habits. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh my.
I think it smells some pheromones coming from that mountain range over there, and it might just have to cross over this town to get to it.
So it's less of an immediate threat for the people as in it wants to kill them more. We just don't want it to crush them.
Yeah, they may in fact get caught in the throes of the amorous embrace of this that mountain range over there.
Why don't we lead it towards that mountain range over there and around most of the settlements?
So we can find other
That
mountains.
sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, so what action do you guys want to partake in?
I think we'd have to head towards it to try to maybe get its attention somehow.
Okay. So as you close, like just all those things I described just become just louder and more terrifying. Just you guys are seasoned warriors, but this thing just fundamental dread within you when you get close to it. You're just like, this is an absolute apex predator, and the ground, just the quaking of it, like it almost feels like the ground shifts beneath you, even though that's not the case. As you get closer, it's just kind of like a low haze come up as you close with it, and you can kind of see those figures off in the distance. So are you closing more towards them, or are you closing more towards the creature at this point?
We haven't really talked about the humanoids, so I think we would be closing more towards the creature. Is that what you guys are thinking, Josh?
Yeah, I haven't. I don't think I've seen the humans, or the humanoid creatures. So I think we're heading towards the monster.
Okay. Well, though, closing closer to the monster does get you closer to them. You see that they tend to travel within 200 to 300 feet beyond the creature, so they never get any closer than that. But you can tell that they are kind of cheering it on. That you get that sense, like almost like a worshipfulness to it. So let's see.
Can we see what kind
Being
of things...
Exactly. Ozymandias, you can tell, you're pretty sure by the silhouettes that they're big, hulking, burly orcs.
Oh, I love fighting some orcs. I turn to them and say, hey guys, I think those over there are... Do you think they could be... I mean, they could be worshippers, they could be warners, I don't know, but do you think we should investigate them instead of the creature itself?
Yeah, I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I feel like if we can maybe stop them from, egging this creature on, we might be able to lead it away afterwards, or whatever. Yeah, at this point, I feel like maybe the large humanoids are the problem. I'm not sure if Shinzo...
Yeah, that's entirely possible. We may be able to deal with that issue rather swiftly.
Do we know how many figures we see dancing and singing and all that?
So as you close, well, ish, as you get a little closer, you can see that there's one at the center, and he's flanked by two slightly larger figures. Details you start to make out on them is the one has these sort of depictions, body paint of it's like a mall rendered in red, so it's like tattoos and body paint that's like red, just teeth and things like that motif. And similarly, the two near him, one has a color that's sort of like an ashen gray of those similar markings, and the other are bone white. And you see like just various like bones adorning them, their bodies and their garb.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't think these guys are up to any good. Do you think we should maybe engage them or wait it out a little more just to see if if they notice us, or like how far away are they from us?
So they are they're about 300 feet at this point.
Okay. Yeah, if we...
So Shinzo's going to turn to you guys and be like, I think maybe if we can turn them from their charge, we might be able to, lead the beast the other way. It's come after we deal with these, if we're to flank these sort of creatures.
Sure. I think if perhaps we can get up within 100 feet of them, I can, using my chi, set up a tidal wave to wash them right away.
That would definitely displace them.
That would, yeah. And then we can see what happens after that.
I think that's a good idea. So, Kesmiel, do you want to lead the charge for that?
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable with the term charge, but yes, I will attempt to sneak up as close as I can and deal with the folks.
I have boots of elven kind. Could I sort of like sneak up behind maybe and try to get a closer look at these guys? Maybe a first attack, or maybe get a jump on these guys?
Group.
That's to you, Ryan.
Oh, well, you're welcome to try whatever you want.
I would love to try.
That sounds like a DM drooling to get in a first kill.
Absolutely. So I'm going to try to make sort of a flanking maneuver on these humanoids.
All right, give me some rolls.
Okay, just a stealth check.
Yep.
Wonderful. Let's see. I'm gonna roll with advantage because my boots. Okay, I'll definitely go with the first one. So I've got a 17. Just natural. Let's see, with my dexterity, I have a 21.
So in their frenzy of just sort of like pounding the drums that they have and shaking these bone rattles, like they are clearly distracted and kind of in ecstasy of what's to come, and they do not notice you.
Nice.
Okay.
But RDD2 does.
Yes.
Sorry guys, that's my somebody sent me a text message.
Oh, you're cool. And how close am I to them at this point now?
You can creep as close as you'd like to, and then you can work out whatever signal you'd like to with your party member.
So let's see. I'd creep up to about 60 feet or so, and sort of signal to the guys to head up if they can, maybe to make a flanking maneuver on these heavy partiers.
Mm-hmm.
They're partying hardy. They're not going to notice us. I'm like all confident. Yeah, come on, guys.
So if I can ask, Ozymandias, what sort of armor are you wearing?
I am wearing dwarven plate.
Dwarven plate. Okay.
Yes.
I'll turn to Ozymandias and ask if you can give me a head start, because I can move along quite stealthily on my own. I don't know if I can with you following. And then I'll try and stealth up into position, sort of off to the side of Shinzo.
Alrighty, and then I'll just follow behind. I'll keep a good distance between them so that I don't spook any of of his presence.
All right, good sir, dwarf. Would you like to make a stealth roll, and for you as well, good tiefling Kesmiel.
Okay. That's not good. Do I forget? Do I have disadvantage?
More than likely.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So let's see if it can get worse.
Yeah. No kidding.
Mine's going to be a
Okay,
16.
Same
so-
same thing. So that plus I have 8. 3 plus
Yes.
that.
Okay. 8. So, Kesmil, as your
Yes.
feet are whisper upon the blades of grass just gliding along, you hear as the dwarf mills along, and like you look at him, and it looks like he thinks he's being stealthy. But in this, the orcs still don't turn their attention from their revelry as they march forward. They're so ecstatic, and you're almost like, how could they not hear that?
They're like,
I should have been a spy.
are we behind them or to the side of them at this point now? Sort of 60 feet away.
Yeah, I mean, you could either go side, or you could go. The only thing is, as the further you're trying to circumnavigate behind the orc faction, the further, because the creature that is moving, like the further along it gets, because it moves pretty damn quick for its bulk. So the longer you spend time having circumnavigated, it's going to be that much closer to the town.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
If I can offer some orientation, I'm thinking if the orcs are oriented to the monster at 12 o'clock, we're somewhere around, what's that going to look like to you, 4 o'clock, maybe, between 4 and 5 o'clock, so that we're flanking from, not directly behind, but just off to the side. Especially since I'm looking to set up a tidal wave to move them away from the, to break their connection to the beast.
I'm totally cool with that.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Okay, so Kesmil gets into position. So I guess, but people can choose to act how they act, because this is definitely going to go on your behalf.
I'm sorry, that kind of cut out a little bit.
Saying that you guys can roll initiative, but you can also have the option of choosing to hold initiative, because you guys have kind of communicated how you want things to go.
Okay.
So you guys just want to hold initiative, and you can go for the. How do you want to do it?
I'd rather send off the tidal wave and then roll initiative.
Sounds good.
Because I think it's kind of going to be a surprise round anyways. So.
Right on.
Perfect.
Do your thing.
Okay, so the tidal wave is using the monk ability, comes from the elemental evil companion. You conjure a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range. The area can be up to 30 feet long, 10 foot wide, and up to 10 feet tall. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failure, it takes 48 bludgeoning damage and is not prone. So.
Okay, so to be clear, you do get within 30 feet of them, right?
No, the spell has a range of 120 feet. It's just that the wave washes an area 10 foot wide by 30 foot long and 10 foot high.
Wow.
So it's just a conjured wave of water that appears in the area.
Okay, so go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. Well, they will need to each make a dexterity saving throw, and why did it? Okay, or take 8, 16, 17 bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone. And that is half damage on a success.
Well, on a successful save. And are they not knocked prone if they save?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so we're going to say
yes,
that the first one is going to be the one that's in kind of in the center of the group, and then the other two who are similarly arrayed will be the second two rolls. All right. Okay. So what's your DC?
My DC. Oh crap! Give me a second.
No problem.
18. So it looked like one made it.
All right. Let's see here. Yep. So the sort of central figure that was flanked, he stands fast, and the other two are going to take the full brunt of it and be knocked down. So those are both going to take 17.
Yes.
And he's going to take, let's see, what is that? 9, 8. And are they pushed, or do they just get knocked prone by this?
They're not prone.
All right. So that happened. Oh, did people do their initiative, like actually roll their initiatives or anything like that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I rolled. I got an 11. I'll just put it in the chat.
Okay. Cool.
Let me roll and I'll say mine. Plus 5.
Yep. May as well. So that's a 7.
Wow.
5. Let's see. 8 plus 5. Mine's not too bad.
Okay.
Very cool.
Okay. So I'm going to roll for them as that all happened.
Oh, that's very clear.
All right. So, so the beast is going to go dead last, if that should have been, and they are going to go. Okay, so so Kesmiel, you're just in awe of how fantastic that wave was as it washed over. You're like, oh, that was just so cool as it just went whoosh. Two of them just went down prone. It went perfect. The one did stand fast against the wave, and it's cursing. So now, let's see. They go, and they turn their attention. Though we did have Shinzo waiting in the wings, so you could still act in the surprise round as well.
Awesome. I would like to run up and kung fu kick the guy that didn't fall down.
Okay. You do realize you do get advantage to the ones that did fall down.
Yeah, but I want them all to be down for some reason. It's like that
All
guy
right, go for it.
fall down too. Okay.
Hit him in the back of the neck.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Is that just D20? Let's see. Where's my dice roller? I'm really bummed mine doesn't show. Oh, yeah. I got a 16.
Okay, 16 against the one that is standing up, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, you can see just all of his bone glory and this sort of like rendering of teeth. So you go to plant a kick into his chest, I imagine?
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to connect.
Awesome. So I will give you, let's see, D10 for that, and that's 2. That's 12 damage for that initial kick, but I'd like to spend a Kai point and use a flurry of blows.
Okay.
And that's 2 more D10, I imagine. So that's 26, and he needs to make a dexterity.
Well, did you make your other attacks on him
sorry.
for the flurry?
Yeah,
blows?
yeah, I got to do another attack for that. Both of the flurries, right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Natural 18 and a 9 plus. So I got another 16. 18.
Okay, so those both would connect. So I'll make the saving throw against the first prone attempt. It's a dex save, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What's your save?
How would I determine that? Because it doesn't actually give me like a.
It could be your proficiency modifier plus 8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Awesome. Okay. So 15. They've got to make a 15. Oh, that's lame.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, you do like a kick to the chest, and then you follow up with a solid knee that he just grunts through because it should have knocked him prone, but he just like glowers at you, and you do have another attack or your other flurry that landed. So go ahead and do that.
You want me to roll attack on that one?
Well, you successfully attack, so you deal your damage, and you decide, are you going to try to do another flurry maneuver on him?
No, I just rolled the total damage, and that was 32 for all of it.
Yeah, 32. Well, no, so you get to try and do 2 conditions to him with your flurries.
Cool. I did not know that. Yeah, I'll just knock him back 15 feet on this strength saving throw, and that's going to be 16.
All right, so you said you did 32 total to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of went ham on his face and neck and chest area.
And a 15 saving throw for strength. All right. So with this one, you give him a solid uppercut to his jaw, like some teeth actually spray out. And he does this thing where he kind of goes cartwheels back, ass over feet, and he lands in there's like a little dust that kicks up.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually you pushed him back. So it's an uppercut, and then it cartwheels him back. Like he actually spins and then lands on his feet, and is 15 feet back from you.
Guys, I think this might be a monk.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of D10s I get to roll.
There's just so much D10 action.
Yeah.
All right, so that you guys have all acted. So that guy looks at you, spits out blood and teeth in your direction. Let's see here, Shinzo, and he starts beating the drum that he was playing, and looks like he's casting some sort of magic about him, and it's like emboldening him and his companions. And so that's what he's doing. Oh, and then he also summons that looks you know what, no, that's he's doing this. Okay, so he's beating the drum first.
Okay.
So and companions are going to come at you, and they're going to charge. Okay, so they run up, murder in their hearts, wielding great axes, and so that's a pretty sad string of affairs. But for the one attack, so basically you're ducking, you're diving. And then one, let's see here what this looks like for you. How bad can it get?
One.
Yeah, let's see. 2d12.
I'm in the middle of like doing a celebratory dance to the drum beat. Like, look at your boy. He's like on the ground.
Yeah. And let's see. So that's going to be 20, 25 plus. All right, so that's 29 points of damage as you're ducking on the way of every single one, and then like a blow just solidly catches you in the shoulder. Like not enough to really, you're a hardened adventurer, but you're like, yeah, if that was the blade was turned a slightly different way, that would have been bad. So it all went.
Can I ask how far I am from Shinzo?
You would be probably within 60 feet or so.
Okay, all right. Okay. Sorry, I was going to try and help.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Try the hell. Okay, so it actually looks like the ever so stealthy dwarf is next.
Alrighty, I am going to, let's see, how far away am I from, let's see, the guy who got knocked back 15 feet, the guy with the bones and the drum?
Okay, so the guy with the drum, well, see, here's the thing. you didn't go up as close because you knew your lack of stealthiness. So I think you probably have a round of movement, and then another round where you could move and make a missile attack, more than likely, because your lack of stealth would have been so detrimental getting closer.
All right. Then I'll just let's see. I can take an action to charge for double my speed, right?
Right. You can basically make a double move, essentially.
Yeah.
Unless
so then
you
I'll
have
just
something like up haste or something.
No, I'll just move 50 feet. And then that'll be my. And then what's the nearest guy to me? Just if I go 50 feet forward, how close is he for future rounds?
So the nearest are the two that just attacked Shinzo, and they're about now 20 feet ahead of the one that was beating the drum.
Okay.
So just for future reference, so those two are staggered out.
All right, and then how far away are they from me once I've completed my movement?
So you're probably looking at still another 40, 50 feet.
All right, perfect. All right, so that's my turn.
Yep. So we get to Shinzo.
Oh, let's see. So I've got 2 of them in my grill, and then one of them I knocked back 15 feet, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I'm going to. Let's see. I'll make an attack on the first guy, and I got 9 plus. I got a 14 on that attack.
All right, so that's going to just clang off of his armor.
Okay, and I'm gonna turn around and just like spinning heel kick the guy behind him, and I got a 4, so I am definitely not gonna make that one either.
Yeah, he just kind of dodges aside as far as that goes. Are you good? Or are you gonna flurry?
I'll save it.
Okay. All right, so that is going to lead us to Kesmil.
Okay. Then since I'm about 60 feet from those guys, I will use 45 feet of movement to get up closer, and then the one that I just saw him attack, I'm going to spin around and lash my tail out at him, and as it comes around, will transform into a whip of water and attempt to smack him and drag him closer to me.
Okay.
So that would be an attack and jeez. Well.
Okay, so that was an attack with a watery whip, basically.
Yes. Yep, with a water whip. Yep.
Yeah, well, you're like, that creature there is just giant and fearsome, and that totally, like, you tried to conjure these spirits of water, but it kind of just turns into droplets by the time you go to bring it to fruition. Okay, so let's see. So that creature is just lurching ever on towards let me see what the name of the John is. It's lumbering on towards Amvar ever forward as you come to blows with these things. All right. So now it's moving forward. The two that are facing off against Shinzo are just going to keep doing what they're doing, which is try to murder the thing in front of them.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry. That was a dexterity save, not an attack roll.
Against one of the ones that was fighting.
The creature had to make a dexterity save. I'm sorry. Next time.
Yeah. Next time.
Yeah.
All right. And your DC is 15?
18.
It apparently fails, so whatever is going to happen, do your worst.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Well, thanks.
He gets a little wet.
Okay. So that I get to re-roll the 1, and take the. So it's a 3. Why is it rolling 19? Okay, so a total of 11 points. Oh, okay.
All right, so that is going to happen. So it just does a water whip of damage?
It does a water whip, and it either knocks him prone or drags him 25 feet closer to me, and I would like to pull him closer to me.
Okay. So he gets dragged towards you, but just grunting and growling. He is absolutely going to take you up on your offer to come closer to him.
That was easy.
So let me roll that one. Be 14. Okay, so you're kind of jiving out of his way, but one is definitely going to connect with you.
Okay.
And that's going to be for 9 points of damage. Or
Okay.
no, I'm sorry, I'm mathing bad. 13 points of damage.
13. Okay.
And then the other one is still going to stay in contact with Shinzo. And all right, that's definitely going to connect. All right, Shinzo. So it's 12. So 16 points of damage as a bone axe. Just you manage to dodge the blade, but just a haft catches you on the shoulder, and there's like a little cracking sound as it connects.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and then let's check something out with this. Does this take an action, or is it even better than that?
I had to bust out my fingers to do my counting.
Oh, nice. Damn it, I could have done that next round. So, Shinzo, the one that had the drum, beats another cadence and kind of like gestures with its hand and does something like this, and a giant maw appears in front of you. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's going to connect.
I'm gonna get mod.
So for 9 points of damage, this like this maw of just energy. It's like this crackling purplish energy just bites into you for 9. And then he yells, "Infidel, die before this mighty beast." I make a will saving throw. Or wisdom saving throw. Shinzo.
Oh. Does a 14 pass?
You feel your will being enacted upon, but you steel yourself against it, and you shrug it off.
Very
For a
cool.
moment, you felt like you wanted to listen to him, but you did not. All right, so those all went. Osmandius, so now you're within a move, and then you could do a missile weapon effect if you want.
Yes, so I'm going to move up 25 feet, and I am going to throw a hand axe at the, let's see, I'll get, let's see, which orc was the one that had been attacked by the water whip? I'll attack that one. And
Okay.
that
one is a little closer, so.
All right, and then, let's see, range attacks, that's D20. That's plus my dex mod and proficiency bonus, right?
If it's a thrown, you can actually use your strength if that's what's better, which I imagine that would be the case.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that is a 21, so does that hit?
21? Yes, that will absolutely connect.
Okay, let's see, clear. That is 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. So the one facing off against that guy. We'll do that. Okay.
And then I only have one other hand axe, so I'll take that out, and then I'll be like, I'll be back for you later, and then I throw that one. And that is 8 plus 11, 19. Does a 19 hit?
Okay. Yeah, that is actually also going to connect.
Okay. And that is 7 points of damage.
Okay. So both of your hand axes were in and just thud into the creature, into the orc that's facing off against Kesmiel right now. It runs through the pain of it, but you definitely solidly connected. You're aware of that. Shinzo, you are up.
Okay, I'm just gonna continue my fight with the guy that's like in combat with me right now, right? There's like a guy in my face, and there's a guy behind me beating a drum, right?
There's a guy about 20 feet back beating a drum, and then about another 15 feet away, there's a guy fighting Kesmiel.
Oh, okay. So there's only two orcs right now?
There's 3.
Oh, there's 3. I'll just continue to, brawl with the guy in front of me. And I got a 13 plus 5. I got an 18. Well, yeah, plus my proficiency would be.
It'll land. Yep.
Yeah, it'll land. That's okay. I'm gonna roll. Let's see. A couple d10s here for damage. Where'd my d10 go? Okay. 9. I got 20 points of damage on him, just for my first 2 hits. And yeah, I think I want to burn another Kai point to Flurry of Blows. And that's 2 more d20s, right?
Yep, for 2 different additional attacks. That's correct.
Sorry, it's my first monk. One is a 20 and the other one's a 2.
Okay, well the 20 will definitely connect. So if was that like a 20 total, or was that a natural 20?
Natural 20, yeah, crit.
Okay, so you can go ahead and do your crit-tastic stuff. And were you inflicting an effect on him?
I will, yeah. So is that double damage for a crit, just 2d10s?
2d10. Yeah, plus your modifier wounds.
Okay. That's going to be 20 more points of damage, and then, yeah, I'll go ahead and try to knock him prone again with a dexterity DC. What was it? We determined it was 14.
Yeah, so you sweep the leg, Johnny. So you hear a little crack as you might have hobbled his knee, and he goes down hard with a grunt.
Very cool.
All right. So, and you still have another attack. Your other flurry of blows. So that's that's an advantage because he's prone.
So, very cool. Then I will attack him again. That is, I'm kid you not. I'm not kidding. I got another 20.
All right. So, because you would have, what was it? You would have missed with the other one, but you had advantage, so you got the other die roll. So yeah, roll your damage.
Yeah. It's just gonna be 14 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, so basically you sweep his leg, and then you kind of like do this sideways roll where you just crack him in the skull with your elbow. You kind of fall into him, and yeah, he's still alive, but you could definitely see some blood sprouting.
Cool.
Okay, so Kesmiel, you were up.
Okay, since I'm within melee range, I will continue the attack, and I will make 2 attacks against this this orc. Sorry. So the first one's going to be a 19. The second one will total out at a 23.
19 and a 23. Those both will
Yes.
connect.
Okay, all right. So 7, 13 plus 15 is 28. 28 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will, I'll spend a chi point to take the dodge action.
Okay, so you are shucking and jiving, and so Kesmiel, you have acted. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So they're up. So the one that's was beating the drum, first that maul that he's commanding is going to chomp at Shinzo. Let's see here. All right, so you easily dive aside of this thing that was coming for you. Although, so he moves and he's like cursing and muttering something in a language you don't understand unless you do you speak Orcish?
I do not, but I do have, what is it? Tongues of Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
But it does, yeah, I don't
So does
care.
that speak or understand? So does that you understand everything, or you just speak?
I think it's if I burn a Kai point, and I don't care to burn a Kai point to listen to this.
It actually doesn't say anything about burning a Kai point. It just says, yep, no, this is you learn to touch the,
Oh, yeah, so yeah, I can
chi
hear
others. Yeah.
All right. Basically, he's saying, "Great and mighty beasts, slay these infidels that seek to interfere with your right." And he chucks a spear at the back of the. He basically runs and then chucks a spear at the back of the monster to try to get its attention.
Let's hope this
So-
ain't as bad.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. And then the other two are going to still take their frustration out on you two. All right. So first, the one up against Kesmiel. Oh. All right. So that's 12. Yep. Those are both going to hit. I wish it would math things out for me. So that's 15, 16.
Right.
Yeah, 20, 24.
Now, I am taking the dodge action, so shouldn't he have disadvantage on those attacks?
Oh, he is going to have disadvantage. All right, so we will count that. Good looking out. So the one, we'll count those two as one strike. So it's going to connect, but it's going to be less. So I will just re-roll the damage as far as that goes, and then I will make the other two attacks at disadvantage. So the 5. So yeah, the odds of that are clearly not going to happen. So I will just roll the 1 bit of damage, depriving me of killing you. Okay, so 15. So you take 19 points of damage as you manage to dodge away, but there was a solid thunk to your calf there as you managed to catch just the side of the blade and not the telling blow. And all right, so that one happened, and then the other one that's going to attack Shinzo. All right, so the one attack is going to hit with such force that it's going to knock him prone, but he's just going to get back up. Let's see. All right, 15. So 19 with that. He swings hard on you, but he stays prone. So he's kind of down to one knee with the force of his blow. And so he will be for intents and purposes, he will be prone. And let's see. So that happened. And Osmandius, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna run over to the orc I tomahawked earlier, and I am so happy to finally be in battle. I'm just charging with a smile, and I'm gonna attack him. Should I just roll all 3 of my attacks, all d20 at the same time?
Yeah, be my guest.
Okay. All right. So first one obviously missed. Second one is 19, and the third one is 26.
All right. So those all will connect. So roll your attack, but you basically come in with such ferocity that you kind of overbalance, and you yourself end up like kind of knee sliding past once those attacks land.
Okay. Let's see.
There's like a little mote of dust as it goes across.
Okay, so the first one is 7 plus 8.
And what are you wielding?
I'm wielding a greatsword.
Okay.
To be specific, a Vorpal greatsword.
Oh, good deal. Good call.
So first one is 15 damage. Second one is 5 plus 8, 13 damage. And the third one.
Well, didn't your third one not
15. Oh, that's right. You're right. So, but just the 13 and the 15.
Okay. All right. You're definitely making some cuts in him that are starting to like. There's blood gouting from some spots, and he looks pretty bad off. So you're up. You went Shinzo. You are now up.
Okay. Is the guy I knocked prone? Is he up?
You know what? Yeah, he would have had the chance to get up on his turn.
I'm just gonna attack him again.
Wait. Actually, did I rolled the 1 on that attack, I believe, on one of his attacks against you. So he is prone because of that.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make 2 d20 rolls here. I got a 9 and a 3. Maybe the 9. Let's see, 9. Yeah, then I've got a 16 on that one.
Okay, that will connect.
Let's see. Getting ready to.
And I believe you get 2 attacks unless you've like multi-class or something.
No, I haven't. So yeah, I'll roll another attack. Damage and imagine that I got another 16. And I will drop 7. So that's 12 more damage. So I did
Another 12. Okay.
Yeah. Trying to think if I would have flurry of blows him or not. I don't think I do. I'm gonna save it.
Okay. So you kind of you basically just grab him by the back of his knee and like jam your knee by the back of the head and jam your knee into his face twice, and he's like wavering a little bit, but he's still very much alive. And let's see, that's going to bring us to Kesmiel.
Okay, I'm going to continue to chop away at the orc I'm fighting with 2 attacks. So the first one, that's probably going to hit. It's going to be 28, and the second one will work out to 19.
Okay, both of them will actually connect.
Okay. And so 15 plus 12 is 27. 27. I will also, on the second attempt, use a key point to attempt a stunning strike.
Okay.
Forcing him to make a con save or be stunned.
Okay. So he's good. Although Actually, from your 2 strikes, you kind of just you lunge out and kind of do this like talon strike to his face,
Okay.
and you can see by the look of his eyes that he's dead and getting ready to realize that in a moment.
All right. Then
reconsider.
then I'll take a second during the heat of battle to look at him and point to him. Surrender. You're beaten. Don't make me destroy you.
And in that instant, his knees sort of clapped inward, and he just falls face down.
Victory for the dark side.
So I'm gonna give a what is it? Let's give this. If I roll a 1 through 5, the beast is going to be unawares. But anything else, so the spear sails toward him and hits him sort of like mid-lower back. And let's see, a 1 through 5, and he's gonna just continue on his path. Otherwise, his attention may come to you. Okay.
That's a 1 through 5 on a D4, right?
Mosquito bite.
The beast like roars, whipping its head around its shoulder at the insolent gnat that may have stung it as the spear head clatters off of its iron hide. It's snuffling the air, just like dust motes come out of it as it turns to face all of you. And it's going to so it's 200 feet away, and it's going to take its turn to close, and everyone has to make a saving throw against wisdom.
Okay, Maria.
Gotta love that wisdom saving throw bonus of 0.
Oh man.
So I rolled a
All
29.
right, so let's see. 29, you are good. Anybody who got above a 17 is good.
Oh, that's lame. I got a 5.
I'm going to indomitable my roll since I failed the saving throw, and I'm.
Isn't that on your turn, or is that
let me
however that
see.
works for you?
Let me check it out. I know second wind is on my turn, but I don't know about indomitable. So let me see. No, it's not on your turn. It's just when you fail a save. I like my new roll.
Okay, there you go. So we just have maybe Shane who failed it, but we'll see. So even both of these hardened orcish figures look pretty shook as this thing starts approaching, as the ground starts to quake beneath your feet.
I did forget my diamond soul, so I do get to add my proficiency bonus. Is that correct?
You get to reroll it if you fail. You just spend a key point.
Very cool. I will do that. Can I do that?
Go ahead.
Okay, that's
Full and fair disclosure, I had to write all
Still
this
got a
stuff down.
15.
What was that for Shane?
I still only got a 15.
Okay, yeah, not quite good enough. So basically, everybody's kind of other than Osmandius and Casmiel, everyone's kind of quaking at the terror that is kind of getting ready to befall them. So let's see, the one that was the beater of the drum. He is going to, well, that Maul thing is going to attack Shinzo. That's not going to connect. he is also going to try to point his finger and level it at Shinzo. You will fall, and make a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 17.
Okay, so you shake off the mere slightest suggestion again that he made at you, and he is moving away from the beast with the rest of his speed. And let's see. So you have the one squaring off. Let me just double check. I'm going to double check the terms of frightened. Is it disadvantage to attack the creature, or is it all attacks? Just gonna check that out right quick. A frightened creature has different ability check and attack rolls while the source of its fear is with. So it has a disadvantage on all of its attacks, which is against you, Shinzo.
Okay.
So let's see. So basically, what I'll do is, it's going to be 2 sets of dice rolls. Okay. So yeah, I think it's all going to completely miss. And also, he's starting to flee, so you may take an attack of opportunity at him, or make your reaction to make an attack of opportunity as he's heading away from you.
Am I still afraid?
Yep.
Frightened?
You are.
Can I use my stillness of mind to end that effect?
What is it? Sure. What does the effect do?
I can use my action to end one effect on myself that is causing me to be charmed or frightened.
Okay, so for your action, you will. That's how you'll spend it, I guess, if you want.
That's totally fine.
Sure, but so again, you can make this attack. You can use your action if you want to attack him at disadvantage.
Cool. Me with the disadvantage, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I only rolled a 10.
All right. Okay, fair enough. Osmandius, you are up.
Alrighty. I'm going to, let's see, how far away is the drummer boy from us? Like, I know he was 20 feet, but then he started running. So how far away is he now?
From you, I would say probably a good 40 feet at this point.
All right, then I'll just go back to attacking the orc I have been previously attacking. Let's see.
Well, he's dead, Jim.
Oh, he's the one that
he's
died.
fallen before Kazmiel.
Okay, then I'll go the
Shinzo's
other
orc.
I will attack that orc. So same rules. Let's see. It's 14, 20, 19, and 23.
Those will all connect.
Okay, so that is 2d6 plus 8. So 8 plus 8, 16. And then...
So your first blow, you can describe how you want to butcher this orc if you'd like.
Yeah, so I am going to be, I'll be running towards him with my sword, and I'm going to get really excited again and just kind of slide past him on accident, and my blade's just going to go across his neck and just decapitate him.
There you go. And then he was still running too, so his body still runs for a little bit, and the head just rolls off. And eventually the body just passes the head for a little bit and then slumps down. So apparently an orc's body can outrun its head. Not much brain power there.
Can I use the rest of my action to go pick up my hand axes that I had thrown previously?
Yep, that's no problem.
All right, perfect. Then that's what I'll do.
All right, so Shinzo, you're going to use your action to clear your head and meditate while you have this monstrosity heading towards you. Kazmiel, you are up.
Okay. Again, I'm sorry, how far is the little drummer boy away from me?
So, again, probably about 40 feet.
About 40 feet, okay. So I will, I'll actually make the maneuver to go and attack him, and I'll roll twice to attack. First one is 23, second one's 27. Assuming that That hits.
Yep.
That is an 11 plus 9, 20, 20 points of damage.
Okay. Do you have any particular way you want to describe this going down?
Yeah. As I run up to him, I'm going to sort of, when I get in range, take a couple steps, whirl around and swat at him with my tail, and then I face him, leap, and jump kick him in the back.
All right. So
attempt to hit him in the legs and then hit him center mass.
okay. So yeah, you just hear the crack of like rib cages exploding as internally just organs are so damaged that he just falls over dead for you. Woo. And as he falls away, you now see this 60-foot beast in front of you, bearing down on you.
He was heading towards the beast. I thought he was heading away.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's still like heading towards the group cluster where you guys are.
Got it.
So
got it.
I mean,
okay,
yeah. So you probably would be able to see that this threat heading towards you. So the person that is the closest is Shinzo, actually. So it will get to you, and it is going to make some attacks.
Some. Oh gosh.
Oh god.
Pretty fast for a mountain.
Right. So. Well, let's see if so all those will hit.
Oh gosh.
All right, so the first one. All right, so let's see, 20, 31, 40. All right, so a bite comes down and envelops you in its mouth. So actually, you may not be the recipient of all of it because you're gonna go down smooth. So, all right, did you get that total? 41, I believe.
Yeah, 41 points of damage total.
41, and you were going to considered restrained as you were within its mouth. And then next closest is Kesmiel, who it's going to rake with a claw and then a claw. So that's going to be, clear those off real quick. Okay, so that's going to be that. All this. Hell no, 8, 16, 20, 28, 38. So 48 damage is a claw slash and a claw slash, like big rending claws whack at you. And actually, it's going to move forward and smash at the dwarf with its horns and its claw. Which you guys kept it consistent for me with having a consistent AC, so that was really good. Let's see. So that's 10 and 46. Okay. So let's see. That's going to be. Let's figure out the total. So that's all of this math. So 10, 19. 29, and then the from the horns, 11, 12, let's see, 12, 22 from the tail, and also make a strength saving throw.
All right. Me, right?
Yep, to Asmandius.
All right, let's see. 13 plus 11, 25, or 22, or 24.
Okay, so that blow from the tail would have felled an oak, but you are apparently stronger than oak, as it clangs off your armor, but you still stand against it.
All right, so how much damage? I took the 29, and then what was the other amount?
And then another 22.
22. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Okay. So yeah, it butted you with its horns and whipped around with its tail. So that had occurred, and now, Asmandius, you are up.
Alrighty. So since it just ran me, its head's probably within range for me to hit it with my sword, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna do my 3 attacks. Unfortunately, none of them crit. But that is a 30, 29, and a 26.
Okay, those all will connect.
Okay. Let's see. This plus 24. So let's see. 10, 20, 10, 20 plus 11. Oh, and then plus 24. Okay. Uh, 53 damage total.
53?
53.
Okay, so 53, it looks at you with hatred in its eyes, and it just you hear the sound of a massive gullet swallowing, which for Shinzo means you've just been swallowed.
By a mountain.
Yeah, and Shinzo, you're up as you're descending down the throat of this thing.
Okay. You said we could have a legendary item, correct?
Yep, that would be a thing that you would have.
Ring of 3 wishes. Can I expel one of those wishes right now to regain some of my hit points?
Or go out.
Sure.
Or leave, or to be.
So what are you wishing? What are you wishing?
Maybe to undo a recent event by forcing a reroll on maybe your swallow or your restrain with disadvantage.
Okay. So, all right. So the bite attack that caused you to be in its mouth. You want to try? Well, I mean, you could just wish to not be in its mouth. Also,
I would love to not be in its mouth.
Okay, so that's your wish. All
yes.
right. So you basically poof, teleport to within you're within 60 feet of it.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, because the reroll could have happened and it could have still been the same result. So
right. Thank you.
Okay, so that cost you an action to do that?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay. Although I think I would have wished to be in another kingdom at this point if I were you.
I know.
Yeah.
Teleportation.
Good on you. You were a very good, noble individual. Kesmiel, you were up.
Okay. I am. I'm within 40 or so feet of this creature.
You were.
Yeah. Close. I'm within melee range of this creature, so.
You're definitely within its melee range. It has quite a bit of reach. It's a gargantuan creature.
So I will, take a firm horse stance and focus all my chi to invest myself with a surrounding of wind, giving me a fly speed of 60 feet, and I will fly up in the air and use another point of chi to take the dodge action. So I'll move my movement speed up in the air to try and get over this thing, or just get out of the thing's reach.
Yeah, when the things get tough, the tough get going. So I got you. So you're out of the way. You Superman up, and you are, for all intents and purposes, out of its immediate threatened area. So you went. Now it goes. So it has 2 targets on the ground now. A target-rich environment. Let's see. So it is very confused that the thing that was formerly in its mouth is no longer in its mouth. So it's going to kind of leer that way and try to rectify that. And we're going to have one claw go your way. Okay, so the bite attack does a 26. A 26 will connect, so both of those will hit. Let's see here. Let's math this out. 40-12 plus claw for 48. Okay, there we go. All right, so the D12, 23 plus 12 is 35. So 45 from the bite. So a claw rakes you and sweeps you up, and then it chomps you into its mouth. So 45 from the bite, and what we got? 13, 23 from the claw, as it kind of like skewers you a little bit on the way up to its mouth. We've got a claw, a horn, and a tail gunning for the dwarf.
Oh boy.
So those are all going to connect. And could you make a strength saving throw for me?
Yeah. Critical fail. I'm going to use Indomitable to rectify that.
Okay.
13 plus saving throw, so plus 11, 24.
Okay. So again, it tries to whap at you from the other direction, and you still manage to hold your ground on that. And let me see what happened. Okay, so we got here 7, 8, 16, 19, 25, 32, 42, 43, 44, so 50, 80 points of damage. So just horns pound you, a claw comes in, and a tail all slam into you. And like these are blows, it's like a giant's wailing on you that is using spears. So that is up, and after those 80 points of damage, you are up.
Okay, I'm not a barbarian, so I can't rage, but I am raging right now. I'm so mad. I'm going to do my 3 attacks. Let's see. Okay, so 19 is a crit, which is
yes,
wonderful.
it is, sir.
Let's see. That's the second 19, but not natural, obviously, and then a 20. So 19, 19, 20.
Okay, so only that one mighty blow is going to connect.
Okay, so that's 4d6 plus 8. So that is 6, 6, 12, 17 plus 8 is 25. And then I'm going to use an action surge to do another attack. So I'm going to roll that 2 plus 14.
Well, when you action surge, you get your entire attack routine over again. So you get your 3 attacks.
Oh, okay. You get the 3 attacks again. Okay.
Yep.
I'll roll the other 2.
You get a full action, which for you is the attack action.
Okay, okay. And then, so then I'm going to have a 18 and a 29.
All right, so only the 29 is going to connect for you.
Okay, so then that is 8 plus 8, 16. So 16 plus 25 for the damage. And then I'm going to use my bonus action for Second Wind and just recover 1d10 plus my level. So let's see.
Okay, there you go.
Ah, of course. So 18 HP back to me.
Okay, so Osmandius, you kind of like Hulkamania up as you try to like steel yourself against this awesome foe that you barely come up to its ankle. And Shinzo, you are up.
Okay, awesome. I have one more wish on my ring. Can I use that to give my party members and I some hit points back at all?
You can mimic. I forget what the exact terms of it is, but I think basically I think there's like the heal spell.
Yeah.
What level is that? I would look at wish and see like.
Can't he wish any spell like 9th level and under?
Okay, so let me just see. Any other spell of 8th level or lower. So essentially, you look at a heal spell.
It's 6th level, so I'd imagine he could even add a couple levels, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's that one cleric spell that essentially lets you distribute 700 points of healing.
Yeah, give me that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna double check. It's a 6th level spell. Wait, no. What's the? There's that crazy cleric spell.
I've never.
Mass heal.
Yeah,
that's 9th level.
There's a really. Is it the 9th level spell that does that?
I'm looking at Mass Cure Wounds and Mass Heal. Mass Heal says you restore up to 700 hit points divided.
What level is that spell?
9th level.
Okay, so you could try to. Let's see here. I'm going to look at wish. So you could try to push a wish to get something that awesome and maybe deal with negative repercussions, or you could go with a lesser amount of that.
So I could try that mass heal.
Yeah, you could try. What happened?
What would I do to like attempt that? What would you like me to roll?
Well, it's basically there's just going to be a recourse for molding the fates and the hold of reality
Awesome.
to that extent. So, do you want to go for it?
Yes. I don't have another option. I'm like dying. I don't care.
Okay, so happens, but let's see here.
I've only taken 80 points of damage, so I mean that heal spell does 70 points. Oh wait, all right, never mind. Sorry, my bad. That's for one creature. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're okay.
So with Kading the wash over you. So that's going to be 10, 13, 14, 15, 24. Let's see. Where does that go? 24 math plus some math. Points of necrotic energy. And your strength score is now a 3. As it just your life force is being sapped away from you.
Awesome.
Okay, so I just want to double check that I fielded the wish appropriately as far as that goes.
Were we able to gain our health points back at all, or?
Yeah, no, you gain all of your hit points back, so that damage comes off of your if you were fresh.
But it made me a wuss.
Yeah, but you're super drained after having done that.
Awesome.
Oh, and so it did put you in its mouth again. So I just want to. I didn't want you to have chosen to do that without. Because it did bite you, and it would have went in your mouth, its mouth again.
Awesome.
It's good. You're just everybody needs.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're good with that? You're just like, well, everybody just needs to be healed, and I'm just going to do this anyway.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Is there any way I can make like some sort of like saving throw to get out of limb mouth?
So your action is spent to do that wish.
Okay.
So if you want to retcon, and we can, on your next action, we could do that.
So I could use my action instead
take your action
to escape.
Yeah, and then we could say your next action is that healing.
Okay.
So it's on you.
So let's go ahead and retcon, and I would like to try to escape the mouth first. Sorry, I didn't know I was in its mouth.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. With the bite, that's just the thing that happens.
Right on.
So.
What would you like me to throw for that?
Okay. So you can make an escape DC or an escape check, which can use Dex, either acrobatics, or you can use strength. But I imagine acrobatics is going to be your wheelhouse.
Okay, so I've got a 14 plus 5 plus 6. So I think, yeah. Okay, it's like 20.
Total?
19. 25.
Okay. Yeah, you actually wriggle out of its jaw. So you get out. You're about 70 feet up. What do you have to do? Well, I mean, so you could either try to climb along the side of its face or whatever you want to do.
Let's see. I would like to just fall and use my slow fall out of its mouth.
Okay, so how good is your slip fall at this point?
I reduce any falling damage I take by an amount equal to 5 times my level.
Okay, right. Yeah, so I would roll damage, but more than likely you're just gonna fall and be fine. So
Awesome.
we'll not even worry about that. All right, so that was your turn. We're gonna say that you wish.
I didn't use the wish yet.
Yet,
Right.
okay. All right, but do you have that damage recorded just in case we do?
I do.
Okay, so Kesmiel, you are up.
Okay. So how are you ruling the falling with respect to what's happening on my turn? Because I'm still flying somewhere near the mouth of the creature. Would I be able to use my fly speed to intercept Shinzo?
All right.
I wanted to make my way over onto the back of the creature. All
right, give me a dexterity roll.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, and this would take your action to accomplish to try to link up with him.
Okay. Well, that straight dexterity is 8. So.
I'll give you acrobatics on that if you have it.
Okay. Yeah, I have acrobatics. So, do you want me to make another roll, or just consider that?
Okay, we're gonna use that roll, but whatever modifier you happen to have, then.
Okay, then that would be 20.
20. You sweep in and like just barely like make contact tips, and then like wrap your hand Shinzo and or swoop him up as you fly by, and get him to the back of the beast with yourself.
Dude.
Rock on.
All right, so that happened.
Okay.
Now it's up.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to ask if there's
so,
any more movement speed that I had, but no.
Oh yeah, let's see, you have a 60 with that fly.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, you do have more movement speed. So what would you like to accomplish?
Never mind. I don't think there's really anything that I can do worthwhile.
So it's gonna try and thrash and claw at the two of you that are on it. So I'm gonna roll that its claw attacks are going to be made with disadvantage because it's such close quarters for it and kind of an awkward thing, especially being on its back. So it's good that it didn't crit on you. So it's going to connect on both of those attacks with its claws. And let's see here, 48. Okay, so the first set will be at Shinzo, the second on Kesmiel. Okay. 19, 29 to Shinzo, and 20, 27, 37 to Kesmiel, And then for the tail, I'm going to do a D4 and make it randomly. So 1 and 2 will be Shinzo, 3 and 4 Kazumu.
Okay.
Okay, so Shinzo is going to take the tail. And let me roll that. See if that... So that won't be a disadvantage because it's not as awkward for it. All right. AC 21. So that is going to connect with the tail. And it's 46. Okay. So... All right. 21 points of damage and make a strength saving throw.
Okay. And my strength isn't at a 3, right? Anymore.
Shinzo. Not in this, yeah, not at this point in our timeline.
Okay. I got a 19 plus a 6. I got a 25, right?
Okay, so you basically like take the momentum of that swing and kind of roll sideways with it and still manage to grab onto one of its armored plates and spikes and not fly off of it.
Okay.
So you spin away with the velocity of it. So you're good. And it's still got a horn and bite attack for the dwarf.
Of course it does.
So actually, it just kind of clods its horn into the dirt and moves a massive bit of earth beside you, and that throws it off of it being able to make its bite attack. You're good to be missed at this one point in time, and that's going to bring us up to Asmodeus.
Alrighty, I'm going to do my 3 attacks. Oh my gosh, okay. So, one thing that's awesome about the Vorpal Sword is if you get a 20, you do an extra 6d8 damage if you can't cut off the creature's head.
Yeah, unlikely in this event.
Right, so, and since I got 2 20s, I can do that twice, plus crit damage. So, the 12, does the 12 hit? It's 12 plus 14, so that's 26.
Yes, that will connect. So you can make all the damage, make it rain damage.
Dude.
Yeah, okay.
Outstanding.
This is going to be a lot. Okay.
You're a happy champion.
First crit is going to be, let's see, 9 plus 5 is 14, plus 8 is 22. So 22 is the first crit. Then the second hit is going to be 3 plus 6, 9 plus 8, 17 for the second hit. For the second crit, that'll be 10 plus 11, 21 plus 8, 29 for the second crit. And then for the actual damage of the Vorpal Blade, that's 12d8. So let's see. I hope this is a lot of damage. Alrighty, let's see. 1 plus 7 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 8 plus 5 plus 5 plus 1 is another 48 damage from the Vorpal Sword effect.
From just one of the Vorpal Sword effects?
No, both. I did 12 d8, so I just did both of them together.
All right, so I have a tally here. Have you been tallying it, or should I just go ahead and go with what I'm...
Go ahead and go with it.
With what I'm adding up. All right, 87. All right, 9. So I believe that is going to be, if my math is correct, 99 points of damage, if I have that right.
I think so.
Okay. So,
and then I'm going to action surge.
Well, how many do you have? More than one action surge at this point?
I only got 2. I have 2. Yeah, I got one at level 15 or whatever for my second one. So I'm gonna use my last action surge to do 3 more attacks. With great weapon fighting, can I re-roll both those 2s, or is it just one of them?
So you get to re-roll any 1 and 2 that you have. So yeah,
right.
You get to re-roll one set.
Right. So the 11 is 25. Is that a hit?
Wait, the 11. Yeah, the 25.
Yeah, 25. Okay, and then I'll re-roll the other 2. So
no. So the 1s and 2s from great weapon fighting is the dice. from the
Oh,
weapon.
the damage, not the
damage
attack.
die.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. So then that's just one hit. That's 2d6 plus 8. 8. Okay, 16 damage.
Okay, another 16.
Yep, and that is my turn.
Okay, so let's see. Let me make sure I have that math right. Okay, so it with all these furious blows that you're just hacking away, and scales are coming off of it, and it's just bleeding profusely around its eye looks small in proportion to it, but it's in reality like its eye is the size of your torso.
Oh, man.
So anyway, it wheels around and slaps you with its tail for 26 points of damage. And if you can make a strength saving throw, Asmodeus.
Alrighty. 5 plus 11, 16.
All right. So the tail like just bluntly whaps into you, and it knocks you on your down to onto your back.
Could I use my last Indomitable to try to re-roll that?
So it's not an ongoing condition.
Okay,
I don't know if it is. It's not. It's not a condition. It's a saving throw. So if it's all saving throws, then yeah, you would be.
All right, let me pull it up.
You would be viable to do that.
All right, let's see. Indomitable. You can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. Yeah, so it's just a saving throw.
So go ahead and do it.
All right. Let's hope for a good one. Oh, even worse. And I think I have to take it. So yeah. All right. So I get knocked prone, right?
Yeah.
On my back?
Yeah. So with a clang, you go down hard onto the ground.
Alrighty.
And Shinzo, are we going with what happened?
Yeah. Let's do it.
History happens.
I think I just don't really have any other choice.
So basically, everyone goes to full except for Shinzo is full minus that like 30-ish points of damage, necrotic, and at 3 strength. All right. So, Kesmiel, you are up.
Okay. Can one of us, you or I, describe where I am on the beast? I know we're somewhere on the back, but
I would say somewhere along between his shoulder blades would probably be about where you are. You can have chosen to go wherever you wanted along it.
Okay, that's about where I would have wanted to go. Is right in the middle of the back. I just wanted to get a feel for how close to his eyes we were.
Fair enough.
If I still have the flying speed, so I wanted to draw my sword and use my fly speed to attack its eyes.
All right, you can go for that.
The only weak sport. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can go for that. So you can make an attack such as that at disadvantage if you so choose.
Okay. I'll try one attack as such. Let's see. Okay, we can't do. Oh yeah, we can. Okay, so the worst one is going to be a 20.
So I was giving you the idea that the AC would be slightly worse, but it's at disadvantage. The 20 is good enough to connect.
Okay.
So roll your damage and do so with as if it was a critical.
As if it was a critical?
Yep.
Okay. I don't have that first one up yet. There we go. Okay, so that is the dex modifier only goes on the first one. So
right, you only apply it once. Okay.
And since I have 2 attacks, can I use my movement speed in between attacks when I have an extra attack? I'm sorry? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll fly back over to the shoulders and attempt to drive my sword down between the plates.
Okay. You can make your attack roll.
Okay. So that's going to be a 29.
That'll connect.
And that's a 15. I'd like to spend a chi point to flurry of blows. And so the first one's going to be 22. The second one will be 15.
15, and what was the other one?
22.
Okay, so you kind of chip, you land in solidly, but then you just kind of like chip away, but you don't really seem to do any harm with those additional 2 blows on it. Okay,
so neither blow hits?
Neither one.
Okay, all right.
So the let's see, the beast is going to try this swing. Let's see here, at one of at you that have just heard it. So it gets to do that on your turn. So let's see. Speaking of beasts, I'm going to go let one out of the cage. It's going to connect with a claw, and 48. There's the sound of the tarrasque there. 16, 26 points of damage as it just wheels its claw around and scrapes at you. Just a second, and it's going to take its full turn in just. Okay, so here we are, and let's clear that off. So it happens to have a dwarf prone at its feet, so it's going to go bite at it with advantage, so that's definitely going to connect, not a crit. Okay. 15, 16, 26 points of damage, and good Sir Dwarf, you are in its mouth. And let's see, so Shinzo, are you still on its back, or did you end up elsewhere?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm on its back, still down where Kesmail left me.
Okay, so it's going to make a claw at you and a claw at Kesmail.
Okay.
So we'll do Shinzo first and then Kesmail second. So this is disadvantage, so it's not actually going to crit, but they all are going to connect. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Well, that's a good amount of ones, but that's good for you. So 19 to Shinzo, and wait, did I math that correct? Yeah, sadly, that is the case. 23 to 23 to Kesmail, and the tail again. We'll do 1 through 2 is Shinzo on the tail. Okay, so that is going at Kesmail instead, because Shinzo would be boned with his 3 strength at this point. Important. All right. So, which, I mean, essentially, I just need to not roll a 1 with this thing. So. 46. And make a strength saving throw, Kesmail.
Okay. That is 14, I believe. Yes, 14.
Okay, so you take 20 points as it just whips into you, like, it's like if someone could wield simultaneously a whip and a tree trunk. That's kind of what that felt like. Mm-hmm. And you're currently flying through the air, not of your own volition.
Right.
Yeah. Your slow fall is probably going to be handling that for you.
Well, I'd imagine this has more than sufficiently knocked me out of concentration for that investiture wind. So.
Oh yeah, you do have a check.
I'm sorry.
It's a concentration ability.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so you get to make concentration rolls against half the damage. So, what was the first one? So the first one was 23. So I think you need 11 and a other one. Plus math.
Damn.
7, 10. So we'll,
Okay, so you want 2 checks against 11 and 7. The first one, Constitution, is going to be 2 plus 8, 7. So that first one's going to be a 15. The second one will be just 8, 17, 15, 17.
Okay, so both you're in a hold for while enduring the pain. So you're you imagine you'll be able to right yourself with flying and not plummet to your death. So that's a good thing. All right. So it went Osmandius. You are up, but you're inside its mouth currently.
Okay. I have dark vision, so I
So
can
you're
see decently inside, right?
right, and you are
Okay.
currently restrained.
Okay. Restrained or prone? Like I can't. Do I have to make a save to?
Right. So you can you can either try to wrangle your way out of it, but let me look up the restrained condition here and see where that's going. Okay, so yeah, you can spend an action to try and escape, either using athletics, acrobatics, strength, or dex.
All right. And he is like standing right now. So if I were to escape, I'd still have about 50 feet to drop him.
Or you could try to climb along its face.
Okay. I am going to then make that check. I'll do a strength to try to get out of there.
Okay.
Plus 17.
Okay, you trying to pry and you just can't get out. And it's gonna, you hear the sliding of plates going down its throat. You guys are on the outside as it swallows down.
So I have the dwarven plate, which allows me to prevent myself from being. I basically can ignore 10 feet of being moved against my will, as long as I'm like on a flat surface. I'm not being like. So could I do that to keep myself from being swallowed? Just use my dwarven plate. It just kind of keeps me, because I figure his mouth is really long, like, you know, it's 10 feet long or whatever, and it lets me ignore 10 feet of being pulled back.
Not like a forceful, like, it's not trying to like push you. It's just like sort of like action
Okay.
of swallowing. So I'm gonna no on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So with the tail, actually, that could be a thing, but not with the swallow.
Not with the. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So let's see. Do you have anything to do bonus action wise or anything like that?
I do not. That'll be my turn.
Okay, Shinzo, you're up, and you were feeling much the worse for wear now.
I am, yeah, I'm kind of feeling woozy. I would like to run up next to where Kesmiel is and sort of make an attack there. Maybe like try to kick his sword into it deeper or do whatever, something cool and cinematic.
All right, go ahead and try to John Woo it up.
Yeah. I got a 20, not a natural. On the first attack.
All right, so that kind of harmlessly goes aside from it.
Okay, and I'll roll again.
But you have 2 attacks.
Yeah, let's see. 27.
Okay, that'll hit.
Awesome. I'll roll some damage. 17 for damage. And can I? I'm going to use Quivering Palm. Can I burn some Kai points to do that, or?
Yep, by all means.
Awesome. What do I gotta do for that? This is my first monk. Let's see here.
Yeah, I think it's just a crap ton of dice in the saving throw on my part.
Okay.
It's a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, it's con save.
Okay.
Against a 16.
1, 1, 1, 1.
It's pretty steady. Like, so it just breathes in. You strike it hard. So you do a nice punch, and then you reverse your hand and try to quivering palm it. So it still takes damage with a successful save, or?
Let's see. If it succeeds, takes 10. I think it's only if it. It's just 10d10 necrotic damage on a successful save.
So, okay. So you want to go ahead and roll that up?
I would love to.
Bet you would.
Of course. You've got 72 damage from the Quivering Palm. I had to roll them 2 at a time. I only have 2d10s on me.
So it snarls and it wheels its tail back around in your direction, and
Oh, it nails me.
it's definitely going to nail you. And we don't even really. Well, you know what? Yeah. If you get a 20, you don't fail the strength saving throw.
Okay.
Let's see, 11.
So you're saying I've got a chance?
Yeah. The tail whacks you for 26 points of damage, just solidly slamming into you.
I got an 18.
Oh,
That's rough. So yeah, like the tail swings around and like hits you so hard in the ribs that you feel a slight crack and sideways off of the beast. So luckily you know how to take a fall, but you're going to land on the ground, it looks like. Unless Kesmiel has that. And Kesmiel, it is your turn.
Did I take damage? Sorry.
Well, you took 26 from the tail slap.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry.
Well, you're welcome, buddy.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said I was able to right myself. Am I within 60 feet to fly back? Because I would definitely like to use my movement speed, my fly speed, to go back and attack that specific spot. I'm thinking if his quivering palm does necrotic damage, I'd like to try to break through the armor.
All right, so you're trying to pinata this thing. Go for it. Yep, you can do that.
Okay.
Close enough.
And I will jump with a kick, and that will be a 21.
Yeah, that doesn't quite penetrate its hide, but I know you have other attacks.
I have another attack. I'll try that again. No, this is going to be less. So 14.
Okay, so yeah, you try to find those soft spots, but it's still moving, and you just have a hard time penetrating its hide. So it goes, and within its gullet, there's a dwarf there, and let's do. All right, let's see here. So much to add up. Let's see. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 52, 52, 57, 66 with acid damage inside of it.
I wish it were poison.
So it's just like it's stomach acid, so it's a kind of like it just feels like burning all over.
Find the sphincter.
So and then it's gonna make attacks at those that are on its back. So it can't really effectively bite at you guys, so that's good. So it's gonna make claws, and it can't really make its horn attacks. So it's gonna make its claws. So yeah, those are gonna hit. Okay, guys. So that's 3, 6, 10. So 16 to Shinzo, and 11, 22. 22 is going to happen to Kesmiel. Is it just kind of like scratching all along its back and just raking its hands across you? And we'll do 1 through 2 on the D4 is Shinzo. Oh, Shinzo, you're not even. You're on the ground now.
I'm on the ground.
You're in front of it, so it can bite at you actually. So that's a good day.
Oh.
So its tail is going to go at Kesmiel, and it's going to hit. And tail goes for 46. Ha! That's hilarious. So 14 points of damage from the tail.
I'm sorry, 14?
You can make 14 points of damage, and if you can make a strength saving throw.
All right. And let's see. Roll that.
Bite and then.
No. That is
Okay.
a 1.
Okay, so basically you're plummeting through the air. You can just try and make your concentration check.
Okay. Yes, that's better. So 6 plus 8, 27.
Okay, so yeah, you're fine. So you just basically you were plummeting for like 10 feet and then you regain altitude. All right. So
Okay.
4. All right.
So the total.
What do we got going? All right. So 15, 25. The horns hit you hard for 25. You're like kind of dazed, and all of a sudden, as you snap out of it, the maul is coming for you, and that is a crit.
Oh my god! Is that me?
Yep.
Yes.
Sometimes the hot air blowing upon you is just a mouth. It's a maul. All right. So let's see here. 11, 22, 22, 26, 30, 41, 51 points as its maul wraps around you and you're once again in its mouth.
Awesome.
All right. So,
Wow.
Osmendius, you are up.
So I imagine the inside of its stomach's probably not like high as AC as the outside because it's not like iron, iron scales or whatever. So I'm going to try to do something a little crazy. I am going to reach into my explorer's pack and pull out 50 feet of rope and tie it to my hand axe and try to throw it up, further up the throat so I can just kind of dangle outside of the acid of the stomach acid.
All right. So we'll say it's going to take you an action to, well, so I could say you could tie it and throw it this round, and then you're not going to be able to climb just yet is the only thing, unless you had like an action surge, but you do not.
I don't. Then yeah, I will go ahead and go for the throw. And I will actually, I think instead, could I try to cut my way out with my wonderful vorpal sword? If I did attack?
Yep, you are considered blinded and restrained, so you're just going to have disadvantage on the attacks.
Okay.
Is all.
Okay.
Well, I would also consider the AC to be lower.
All right. So first one. Let's see. Second one, and I can re-roll that, right, with my great whatchamacallit.
No, not attacks.
Or not my whatchamacallit. Yeah. You're right.
If you're a halfling.
Thinking, yeah. I'm no halfling. All right. And then 2 more. Okay. So that is 19 and 17.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that those will both hit. So you can deal damage.
Okay, 2d6 plus 8. Oh, and then I can reroll it too. Okay, so that's the first one. It's 19 damage for the first one.
Okay.
19, and then 7 plus 8, 15. 19 and 15.
All right, so 15. All right, so it growls with some indigestion going on, and with anger, it's going to go ahead and take on Shinzo. All right, so that's definitely going to connect. Oh no, Shinzo's no, it's going. So it's not going to do that. It's going to go and try to sweep at Kesmiel instead. All right.
Am I still in its reach? Because it knocked me off with the tail.
Right. So it has done that, but it still has a pretty significant reach.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll say that that'll connect.
Then we might as well just say I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah. I only 25 hit points left, so.
Yeah, that would have effectively done that. All right. All right. So, Shinzo, you're up.
Okay. Am I able to use my wholeness of body to just use my action and regain 51 hit points?
You could do that. So it's going to cost you an action to do so.
That is totally cool. I am 2 points from being unconscious in his mouth.
Okay.
So I'm at 50.
Okay. All right. That was a nasty crit. All right. So, Kesmiel, so I guess you can make the death saving throw.
Okay.
You'll be up with 1 hit point.
No. That's 1 fail.
Okay. All right. So there we go. We're on the precipice. All right. So, with so you are. Let's see. You're in front of it or still on top of it?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm in its mouth, I believe.
Oh yeah, you are currently.
Yeah.
In its mouth. All right. So it's going to try to swallow you as well. So it does actually have to make an attack roll to make that happen. I realized. So
it will do that.
it is going to do that. 40-12.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
36, 41. So 51 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Rip healing.
I'm back to 3.
53. I've never rolled 3 12s in a row. Holy shit.
Oh gosh.
All right. So that happened. And then so stomach acid's gonna happen. And stomach acid 50.
I would love to be able to take a short rest inside the stomach.
And the well situation.
I'm going to get a short rest outside the stomach.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do average. Well, I guess this is probably worse than average damage, actually. Ugh, nothing all this out. All right. So that's 2, 6, 8, 11, 19, 21, 24, 28, 29, 33, 39, 41 points of acid damage to the dwarf.
Ouch.
Okay, and it's so with all this stuff that's going on,
hurting.
it is lumbering. It is lumbering back on its path away from the fallen body of Kesmiel, and like it's going with the two inside of it right now. Is what it's
Now,
So-
which direction? Is it headed back towards the town or along
the
the path where it was coming back to us?
like the thing that it was doing, it's going back to doing. So, Asmodeus, you're up.
Alrighty, I'm going to again blindly and deathly
Hack at it.
attack at it. So let's see. And then the first attack. Ooh, that's a good hit.
That is better.
Yeah.
Yes. That is worse. Okay, so let's see. 16, 29, and 16.
With the two, what is it?
16.
Okay, essentially, from attacking it from the inside, just don't roll a 1. You're just unlikely to crit it with any of your blows.
Okay. So do the twos hit?
Yeah, the 2s will hit.
Let's see.
Couldn't hear you.
4 plus 6, 10, 18 for the hit. And then did you say the twos did hit?
Yes.
Okay. So 18 followed by 16. 18, 16, and 3 plus 4 is 7. I'm going to use my Savage Attacker to re-roll the weapon total on this.
Okay.
And I got a worse one, but I have to take it. So, oh no, I can choose
I think
either.
you get the
My other
best.
one was a 3 and a 4. Yeah, so 7
Yeah.
plus 8 is 15. So 15.
15. All right.
I'm hoping I'm making a slight dent in his stomach so I can carve my way out slowly.
So do you have any conception of how much damage that was total?
Let's see. 19 plus 16 plus 15 is 50.
50. All right, like yeah, you're causing it. Definitely, he wishes he has some tums, but not quite enough to cut
carve
him
my way out. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
I'm gonna use a bonus
Shinzu.
action. I'm gonna use a bonus action
You
to
okay?
pull out my deck. I'm gonna pull out my deck of cards and just kind of start shuffling them because.
Tell me the deck of many things, because that would be hilarious. Like,
No,
I'll
no.
take what I get.
No, that would be great. I wish. No, I'm just
Okay.
I'm just expecting my inevitable doom, so I'm just doing what made me happy as a child and playing cards with myself.
Okay. So Shinzo, you're up.
Am I able to see my companion there? I can definitely hear him, right?
Yeah, you can find him.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my way over to where he's at, and I'm just gonna take a crack at hitting it where it's, I don't know, hitting it.
Yeah, essentially, I would say you just can really, as long as you don't roll a 1, like you deal enough damage to harm it. So you can make your attacks.
Okay.
They're at disadvantage, is the only thing.
Okay. Ooh, good. So I got a 15 on the first attack, and a, damn it, I have to re-roll that one. That was a good roll. Okay. 15. I got a 21. So 15 and a 21 on both of on my 2 attacks.
Okay.
Let's see.
So those both you can just deal damage. You can do a quivering palm again too.
I was gonna say, can I? Yeah, I'm gonna burn some Kai points and do quivering palm again.
As long as you have Kai, you can quivering palm.
I have plenty of Kai. I will just be trying to quivering palm my way out.
Death blow at the death.
Yeah. Is that's a con save for you, right?
Yep.
So that's
Let's
against
see
the
what happens.
which is pretty easy for a
16.
fucking. Yeah.
All right, so it like you hear a roar, but it like grunts and growls through it. So you've just triggered one of its legendary resistances.
Awesome.
Yeah, and deal your quivering palm damage to it.
Okay.
Oh, and, well, basically all the damage you would have dealt, you can go ahead and do that.
9, 10. I'm going to use this roller here on the side for 10. So. So I got 57 damage.
And that's on the quivering palm?
Yeah.
Okay. What about your other attacks?
Let's see. I will roll for that one.
Yeah, and you get to add your dex to both of those because they're
very
separate
cool
attacks.
Good to know. I got a 10 plus. I got 18 total.
Total from that. Okay.
Attack. Yeah, my flurry.
Okay. So here's what happens, right? You kind of like jab, and then you kind of like jab and with the quivering palm, like extend your hands out and do this sort of like energetic thing. And basically you see the light of day and you flump out of it. And also the dwarf can see the way out of the side of this thing. So you both can use your movement to burst out of the side of this thing. Acid is like falling out the side of this cavern that you guys opened for yourself, and you guys tumble out of this thing.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, I'll
have a
humble up. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna say, I guess dwarves aren't the only ones who can dig holes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's the shifter thing. It's the animal in them. Kesmiel, could you make a death saving throw for me?
I could. Yes, that's one.
All right, you're very, very much successful. So it goes. Let's see here. So it's gonna go for the bite for the dwarf.
Round 2.
Bite claw at the dwarf. Yep.
With the dice tonight.
Well, I mean, also the crazy thing is too, this thing, the odds of it not hitting are pretty low. All right, 48.
Yeah.
Okay, so. All right, I rolled stuff. Why is this stuff not appearing? Let's try it again.
It's got chat.
All right, 8, 10, 11. So 21 from the bite, but first the claw is going to do, or no, I'm sorry, I mismathed that. 21 from the claw, and then the bite's going to do 21, 24, 32, 42 points as the bite gets you in its mouth there, Asmandius.
And when he picks me up with his mouth, I go down.
You go limp?
I go limp.
All right. Okay, and then clear. All right, so we got a claw, a horn, and a tail. $48. All right, I'm just going to do averages. This is easy. 28, 32, and 24.
That's at me?
Yep.
Is that damage?
Yep.
I am down. I am down. I had 3 hit points falling out of his stomach, so.
Okay. So essentially, it's going to chomp on people and go destroy that town.
More or less.
Was it almost dead?
You know, so here's the thing. Out of 676 hit points, it was down almost 500, 495.
Okay.
Well done, fellas.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
well done. I really wanted to see about stress testing high level characters and see. So this was the Tarrasque, the CR30.
Right.
I wanted some
Oh, of
things. Well, I mean, so you guys being a party of 3 really messed things up. But I also wanted to see, like, at what point does something wreck house with a party? And I mean, so had you had maybe a caster or some more ranged capabilities, might have gone down a little differently. But yeah, that was interesting and tragic end to you guys. I think one more party member probably would have made the difference, though.
Right on.
Yeah.
So I apologize for slaying the brave heroes of the Nang.
Why?
But
It was awesome.
Hey, we were
let it be
tougher
known.
to chew on than we could have been.
It's on its way to destroy the town and then partake of the mating ritual, which will secure the next generation of Tarrasque to exist in the world.
Awesome.
So thank you for everybody for enduring through that. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay nerdy and get eaten by Tarrasque. Tastes great, less filling.
Yes.
Stay nerdy.
Yeah, you guys want to? Okay, everybody. Bye bye for now.